I am an alum of YE, and I had the opportunity to learn the ins and outs of being a business owner. Little did I know that one day I would own a business of my own. I am the co-owner of Go Time Training, which Kylie just introduced. We do one-on-one personal training, small group training. We just expanded our facility. We now offer boot camps. And best of all, we help our clients with nutrition, which is the key to getting the results you want and living a long, healthy, active lifestyle. I continue my work with YE as a volunteer, as they offer amazing opportunities and connections for both students and their alum, like the opportunity that we have to experience tonight. As a talented and innovative entrepreneur, Jason Febres started his career at the early age of 15. Jason became the inaugural chef at SABOR in 2008, and since then, he's captivated Wichita's finest palates through his culinary creations, competitive performances, and charismatic personality. Does anybody in here follow his Facebook page? Okay, when I just said charismatic personality, if you don't follow his Facebook page, get on there tonight and you will see his personality. You'll probably see yourselves on there too. Jason was recognized as the best new chef in restaurant by Wichita Magazine in 2008. He is a triple champion in the Wichita Celebrity and Chef Cook-Off, making him the first and only chef in Wichita currently holding this record. Jason has also served as the guest chef expert on Spike TV's Bar Rescue. He was a contestant on Food Network's Guys Grocery Games and has an upcoming experience on the new Food Network show Cutthroat Kitchen this May. So please help me in welcoming Chef Jason Febres to the stage.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Wow. So she seems to know better my biography than myself. That's incredible. Wow. All right, so I have prepared for you guys this evening kind of like a long speech. It's really intricate and really elaborated. It took me a few nights, no sleep. I really tried to put everything that I could here, the most important things to please you all. So I hope you enjoyed. It took me a while to do this. As I said, it's very elaborated, and it is my whole heart poured in this little 5-piece sheet here, pretty much. And but I gotta tell you, as an entrepreneur, that is my speech for tonight. So the real heart, as I said, is gonna come from here. I love people that put all this in paper. I wish I was as organized and elaborated, and I don't know what else to call it. But how to start this? As I said, well, Jason Febres, that's my name. Came here 6 years ago, a little over that. I was actually born in the United States, in Wichita, Kansas, right here, St. Francis. And I left when I was 2 years old. So I'm as gringo as everybody else, okay? So if I bring any cultural notes or jokes, please understand I was born here, left, and came back, which gives me a lot of room for thought, and it's just an eye-opener. It really widens up your mind and makes you more humble when you travel a lot, especially when you come from a third world country. It really gives you a lot of depth in what life can bring you and everything about it, which I'll bring up later. Came up here pretty much, opened SABOR, did my thing, switched to Taste and See, opened Taste and See. So that's my life in a glimpse. But let's talk about entrepreneurship and life and passion and where all this has brought me. So today I'm wearing my red shoes because when I went to Spike TV, I wear these shoes. It was such a hit because I was at all times they were filming the shoes that they wanted me to use those for another show and also for a magazine. So somebody asked me today, what's up with the red shoes? I think red is passion, red is drive. Besides me being Latin and liking colors, I think colors also express the personality of people. How did I get here? What's so important about my life? What's so special? I think nothing in particular. I have lived my life in a very normal and easy way. Do I have a degree? Yes, I went to school. I went to college. I went to not one culinary school, but 3. People always ask me this. Are you trained? Are you formally trained? Are you professionally trained? Yes, I am. Did it matter? No. Not in my situation. And I'm not saying this. You guys need to finish freaking school, so don't drop because I say this. Anything that I say tonight, please put a lot of salt in it, and ketchup and barbecue, whatever you want to put in, and just, all right? As I said, this is me. But also, one thing that I didn't plan in bringing anything up specifically tonight because I'm very good at improvising. I like the wittiness because that's where my passion and craziness comes. That's what makes me who I am. But I did plan on saying something tonight. Any one of you here in this room tonight that has a business of their own or has specialty or a gift, I want you today to remember that is not yours. You were given that. You better be grateful for what you're doing good in this life. Whatever your belief is, I'm not going to get into religion, politics, sex, any of that stuff that we all seem to know that is out there, but we don't talk about it, but when we go home, we want to hear about it. But it is out there. We were given this, whatever you want to believe that it came from, but it was given to you. So one of the things I think entrepreneurs have that I love, the good ones, it's humbleness. Success should come with humbleness. Side by side, guys. If you have success without this one here, it's going to make you an arrogant person, a cocky. You might still be successful, and you might measure your success by money as an entrepreneur. But in my case, success has come by achieving passion, achieving dreams. Money is just a side item to this life, guys. Money is just an added. And money, if you're successful, if you're happy, if you have drive, people just want to pay you money to see what you're doing. Just like that. With this said, how do I back off all this craziness or back it up? We got called by Spike TV. They contact us. I never knew anything about these people. I know my dream was to be in TV and all that, besides being in restaurants and all that. But they called us. They called to my cell phone, and they asked, "Is this Jason?" And I said, "Yeah." And then they said, "You want to be in Spike TV as our expert chef and guest?" I said, "Yeah, sure." I'm not sure. Yeah. They're like, "No, I'm serious." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a joke, right?" And they said, "No, but if you don't want to be in it," I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What's your name?" So I took all the information. I left it on the side. I didn't care. A week after that, Food Network calls me for a different show. Food Network. Food freaking Network. Should be called FFN. I'm in the shower. I jumped out to get this call, and it's Food Network. I thought it was somebody else. I thought it was a date or something. I was excited. Like, Food Network. I'm like, hold on, let me put this together. Spike TV last week, and now Food Network. Good one. You almost made me believe it. These two shows were about to draw me because I'm being so sarcastic and such a beep in the phone. You add whatever you want to the beep. But my point is, with all this story, it's passion and drive took me where I am this day. Passion and drive. Those are two words that I wanted to keep in mind tonight. I posted a long time ago something on Facebook, and as I Kaden said, Facebook has been a big thing for me, not because I like to waste my time and life in it, like probably a bunch of you guys here. It's just, if you have something going on, it's such a way to inspire others, man. It really is. People wake up in the morning and they read your post, working out post, cooking, go get up, do something, go hit the gym today, or do something for somebody. Our Facebook, and I'm sure a lot of people here's Facebook, is not only business. You want to say something cool. You want to bring up God or do something. I don't know. I mix it with that, so we create a very, very, very personal bond with our own followers. So that's why she was probably saying, go follow our Facebook, which, by the way, is just Chef Jason Febres. Very simple. Go to actually Jason Febres, just plain Jason Febres, because my Chef Jason just got maxed out. I cannot have more than 5,000 friends, so Facebook pretty much shut it down. I hate that, so I'm just stuck there. But the Jason Febres is a fan celebrity page, so I'll keep that one open, and that can go beyond whatever. So if you want to do both, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. As I said, drive and passion is probably what took me here all the way. It has been a beautiful, beautiful journey. And at the end, as they told me already, at the end of the speech, I want you guys to please ask and give me feedback. And when I say ask, not only ask what's going on or what do you need to know from me. If you have anything to bring up, please take your 1 minute of fame and please bring it up because I want to hear about it. That's something else as an entrepreneur, as a person, has brought me success and enlightening is to hear other people's stories and see what's going on in their lives. Don't ever get blocked to knowledge. I think a lot of people that gets to gets to reach a point in their life where they think they're super successful, what happens, they get all close and they think they know it all. Well, an entrepreneur will tell you anytime that you never stop learning. And that's just basic life lessons. So pretty much in a bottle, came from Venezuela. Oh, okay, about the posting Facebook, let me recap with that. And this is probably something inspiring from a bunch of people that are starting, not for the ones, or maybe for the ones that are already there. They probably can reflect in my own little quote. But I remember since I was very young, I wanted to be something. I wanted to be a zoologist. I wanted to be an artist. I was an artist, actually. And then something, actually, from my mom, and which she is here, and my dad, which they were being great blessings in my life, by the way, giving an applause. They're back there. I decided somehow with my mom to be a cook or to get into culinary arts. So I wanted to be a cook, and I got turned down. People would say, no, you can't be a cook. You don't have experience. Well, guess what? I went to get a job. Somehow the two guys in the kitchen got in a fight, and they called me the same day to work in a French restaurant, and I got paid as a sous chef. Sous chef, for those of you that don't know, is like a CEO or vice president in a company for a restaurant. This is me without having McDonald's in a resume. I didn't know how to flip a burger, how to make a French fries. I barely knew how to boil water, and I got a sous chef position. So tell me if that is not already a blessing itself. So that was just wanting to be a cook. So that's just doors opening right there because you're thinking about this and you're being on the right path. I became a cook, and then I always kept my eyes open, and I was always focused on my stuff and getting better. But I always, and I think this is the entrepreneurship heart. You're always looking what's next. And this is not being satisfied or being restless or being or not enjoying what's going on. I think it's just our nature. And you might want to look into that if you have that nature in you. I was a cook, but then I saw the guy, the lead cook, and he was out there calling tickets and bossing people around, and I kind of liked that. I saw him like leading the kitchen, and I thought that was insane. That was great. I mean, I was very humble in my position and cutting vegetables and chopping 50 pounds of onions daily and crying like a little Venezuelan kid, all day in the kitchen. But I wanted to be that. So I tried to be that. I told people, and a lot of people said, no, you cannot be that. You can't be a cook. You just started. You don't have a resume. I don't think you'll get there. Within a year in the company, being a sous chef, I got a raise, and I switched positions to a very upscale restaurant called Citron Café. We're one of the most, glorious chefs in Venezuela. I got a job with her through a friend that I went to a dinner with. So I became one of the lead cooks. I was a pasta and sauce cook, whatever. They gave me a title, but I was leading a line, and that was within a year. So that was that bump there again. At that point, of course, Ana Belén, she was the head chef, a woman, super, super driven. And I think women, when they own businesses, it's either crazy bad or it's crazy good. Because you know that as a woman, it's hard. You know what? I really appreciate women, and please give yourself an applause to the girls here in the house. Because when women get to positions, you don't only have to deal with your own kind, you have to deal with the guys. And when I say guys, you know how that goes. There's something about society sometimes that, and it is a wrong way of thinking. I'm not going to get in depth, but for women, sometimes it's double as hard as get to that position where they are. And I have to give them that. So I have always admired women that they can lead. It's incredible. I had my chance to meet a few. I had a chance to date a few, and I had a mom as one. So believe me, pretty interesting. I get a lot of my inspiration actually from that. Ana Belén, as I said, man, she leaded a bunch of guys, and she lead them well. I mean, Gordon Ramsay had nothing in her. But I was a lead cook, and I saw the sous chefs in the restaurant, and I thought it was so great. So I said I wanted to be a sous chef now. Of course, from a cook without a McDonald's experience to sous chef, everybody's like, no way, you're not going to get there. So I start dreaming of that. What happens? I get fired right away by the sous chef, just because I commented to him that I wanted to be a sous chef. Moral, as you grow, as you go up in your entrepreneurship journey, because it's a journey, I don't think it's a destiny, forget about it. You're never going to get successful enough to be in ease or be like, oh, this is where I want it to be. Let me tell you, as an entrepreneur, you have a long road ahead of your head. But it's not a bad road. It's an amazing road. But once you reach a peak, there's another one. As an entrepreneur, if you're not an entrepreneur, you're not happy or driven or having fun, you're going to see it as, oh my God, there's another peak. But if you have the drive, it's just something fun. Like, it's like a puppy chasing a bone. So you are a puppy chasing a bone, pretty much, if you like animals. But yeah, so I got fired, and I got hired within years. And this is, I'm talking about years. This sometimes takes a whole lifetime to get here. But this was within like 10 years that all this happened so fast. And I got a sous chef position in a restaurant through a friend of mine that he just left as a sous chef. And he suggested me as a sous chef because I was amazing. I've never been a sous chef. So another little point here to take in consideration is risk. As an entrepreneur, you got all this passion, but you cannot be afraid. When you have that opening, you better go and bite it and hold to it. Because sooner or later, you'll feel normal. So all that comfort zone for us entrepreneurs, it's very, it's very sporadically. So you're not going to be sitting in your comfort zone for too long, and then you get used to it. So that's one of the things. Start getting used to advance and keep pushing. Stop getting comfortable with what you have. Because, life is one. Who knows what comes later? As I said, I'm not going to get into religion, but you're in this earth, so make the best out of it right away. Whatever you find, get it, and keep going. Keep getting it. So I get this sous chef position, blah, blah, blah. The chef, of course, was right there on top of me. Next person, another woman. As soon as I start doing a good job, as soon as I start to do great, the owners saw a little shine on me, and they start putting interest. Well, within a year, I get fired by the chef. She said I was doing a terrible job, and she would have me cut onions all day, being a sous chef. A sous chef, you're already like not cutting onions. You're already telling people what to do. So my point is, in this whole journey, I've been turned down so many times, burned down so many times, burned down by friends, people close to me. The last person you imagine will burn you down when you have shine. When you have shine, a lot of people just want to grab it for several reasons. Maybe they want a little bit of it. It's like insects when they see light. They don't know why they're going to it, but they keep. And when you have too much shine, they go, So it's a beautiful analogy, because when I feel like people are just, how that little saying when they're hating on you or all that, man, I have so many haters to spare. So if any of you need any, please. When you're doing something great, you're going to get that. It's a beautiful thing. It's free marketing. I learned that recently because they talk about you in the back so much. And then everybody hears about you. I'm like, wow, I shouldn't pay Wichita Eagle to do that for me. This person already told 5,000 people. So after being a sous chef, finally, after a few years, a job came across from a sushi bar called Tamago, which means egg. But this owner just saw me at a restaurant, ate there at a sushi bar where I was working, and I was doing sushi. And he offered me a position as a chef at his restaurant. Out of the blue. This guy didn't know if I worked good or anything. He just saw me working. He saw me laughing. He saw me talking to everybody. Out of that. So from point A to point Z, because this is pretty much like the whole alphabet here, it has all fallen in my lap. And it's not falling in your lap. I think doors open for you when you have passion. That's why I keep bringing up passion and drive, guys. This is my only 2 words that I had tonight to share with you. It's passion and drive. You don't have to have all the love. And here's a little bubble buster. A lot of you are not going to like it because we all live in this little bubble. If we don't have the job of our dreams, we're like, well, I wish I had it. And that's your excuse to not be successful. I wish I had it, and then I'll put love in it. But then think about it. My love and my dream job back in the day was going to be a soccer player, professional soccer player. I got pretty far. I got to semi-pro. I almost made it to pro league. But then I thought, I'm here complaining about how early I had to get up to cook. I complain about all this, and you can complain all day. But then I have seen these people, soccer players, man, they have to be up at 5, go train, cold or hot. They have to go train. They have to get up. They have to work out. They have to work out all the time. They have to watch their diets. They have to do all the stuff that I don't do. I love food. I love freaking Nutella, and you will notice that when you follow me. I will not give up Nutella for $1 million. Well, maybe. But I'm just saying, the things that I do right now, and I have noticed it, there's so many. You can either see the glass, and you heard this before, halfway full or halfway empty. It's your decision. So forget about the dream job. Start loving what you're doing, and you will become driven and passionate. Whatever you're doing, if you're sweeping the floors, do it with style. I don't know, put like a little ribbon and just put some salsa. Do whatever you need to do to make the stuff fun, and then that owner's gonna pass, and he's like, wow, can you teach my wife classes? Then you're gonna teach his wife, and then the wife is gonna say, can you drive my car? And like, how about you one? And then you get a car. You'll be surprised how crazy life comes across, especially for people that we call entrepreneurs. I call it people that is passionate. I call it people that are happy in life. So most of you here, if you're not an actual entrepreneur at this point, or you're about to get there, if you're happy with your life and you have some passion and you have something to share, guys, you're already on the road. There's not a measure or a quantity that you have to achieve to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, it's self-made people. You reach here by yourself, or it is not by yourself. I already told you, you have been given chances. The more pride you have between this, or the more me, it's going to be the less. So when you get there, remember, that has been handed to you. Things open for you. Believe it or not, I have a skill, but tomorrow I can get in an accident. These babies are gone. And then I'm screwed. That's the only word for it. So start being grateful for what you have, and you'll get there. You will be an entrepreneur. And whoever's an entrepreneur already, I hate that word, by the way. It's like, you guys hate pronouncing, for me, it's so easy. Entrepreneur is the worst word in my vocabulary, and I have a lot of trouble with that freaking accent. Which from shame, I start using it in my own advantage, which kind of works. So, hey, I'm saying as a cook, you know. If you go to a restaurant, you're eating Latin, the guy cooking better have an accent. Every time I go eat sushi, I want the girl behind or the guys behind the counter to be like this. Not to be like, orale, what do you need, sir? No, I don't want you rolling my sushi. I want the guy over there. So I take advantage of who I am. I take pride in it. I'm telling you, I do a lot of culture jokes. And they're not racist. I think they're racial. It's about culture. I love it. Every time somebody calls me Mexican, I'm like, dude, not everything under Texas is Mexico, okay? There's like more to down there, Caribbean, South America. But you know what? I take it with a grain of salt. I don't care anymore. And yeah, hey, guys, I became a chef. I came here to the United States. I didn't know any English, by the way. I went to school with a little English, same way you guys go to school with a little Spanish. No, I didn't buy Rosetta Stone, so hush it. And I learned it within 2 years. Why? Because I started working in Bella Luna. I had a restaurant on my own. My dad bought me everything I needed for a sushi business. So I was running my own catering business at the age of 18. I already had my own business. I was running from my house. Little fridge. You guys here have a gravy, by the way. She go to South America for a month, and you'd be like, ooh, yes, I'll go work in McDonald's better. I'm not kidding. So I had a little fridge and a little bike, and I did all my business from there. And tonight I'm talking more about what happened in my life. I'm talking more about that than myself and being an entrepreneur. I'm telling you the passion and the story behind it. You take home and sleep on it tonight and think about whatever you want to think about it, because that's the story that took me where I am right now. So little fridge, little room, little bike outside, a moped, delivering, dropping flower by flower everywhere. Crazy. And it worked for a while. But then I came to the States. And for 2 years, I watched movies in English with subtitles in Spanish, then English, subtitles in English, then English without subtitles, then English with tequila. And suddenly, I start speaking English. I start speaking in English. Come on, guys. Well, add whatever you want to tequila, tea, lemonade, rum, beer, whatever. I'm just kidding. You don't need the tequila to learn. The servers from Bella Luna would push me to go out and sit with them and drink so I could talk. They thought it was very cute to speak like very broken, and I was like all red and embarrassed. But suddenly when I'm sitting with them, I start talking and it went well. So yeah, it took me 2 years. I have friends that have been here for 20 and they still, you cannot understand anything. And I know I speak not very well, but hey, at least I can like make an order on the phone with the provider, which before they didn't care. So I overcame all the shame, all the embarrassment, all the rejection from people who walked through the kitchen in Bella Luna and I was cooking. Or I would be washing dishes helping, and this is being a chef, and I'm washing dishes for a little bit, and they'll not even talk to me. And now, Jason, I got some great food for you. I'm like, nope, when I was down, you didn't help me. And this is not revenge. This is, you better go in your life being humble and keeping it clear. Doing good, man. Don't do anything negative. Keep the stuff off your body, man. Wash it. Just be positive. Keep it positive to your life. If you wake up cranky, I don't know, drink some coffee, Red Bull, wine for the ladies that like wine. I don't know, do something to get rid of the bad mood. But go through life with a good mood. Enjoy it. Take it with a grain of salt, everything. I'm telling you, it will make everything better. It takes that thought in the daytime to switch it up around. Came here, got out of Bella Luna, went to work at SABOR. They didn't have SABOR. It was Uptown Bistro in the corner, downtown. And now it's starting to get fun because before you're like, yeah, who's that? Oh, Bella Luna. Oh, yeah. Oh. I know you all like Bella Luna. Okay, so I worked for Milad at the beginning. And I worked for Jeremy at that time, and I was just a cook. I went from dishwasher prep to cook. Oh, yeah. I did this 10 years ago, and I'm here again. But hey, going for it. How much is that, 10 minutes? I have 10 minutes to speak. Don't you love that? She said at the beginning, I'm going to give you the time to speak. I said, 30 minutes? I'm Latin. I need like an hour. But yeah, I worked there at Uptown, and Milad at that time, of course, is my boss. Jeremy's my boss. I'm okay with it. One of the things about entrepreneurship, you are who you are, but you're okay taking orders from others. You will respect power. You respect authority. You cannot be a child and be like, You have passion and drive, so show it. Don't be rebel. Don't be like, oh, I know I'm an entrepreneur. Like I know more than you. No, drop that stupid attitude. I'm telling you right now, because that will not take you anywhere. Be humble. I think one of the things about leaders is when they're down or they're under somebody else, they respect that because that person got there somehow. Everybody judged me and said that, oh, you got that handed by Milad and handed by this. No, I didn't get it handed by anybody. If I got it handed by somebody, was the one up there. And that's none of your business. That's what I will tell you. But I didn't say that. Okay? So when you get somewhere and somebody's up there, just don't judge them because they probably went through a lot, 10 years of making freaking sushi from your room with a little bike. They probably went through the same. So don't judge them. They got there for a reason, and let them be. You know, you are where you are, and enjoy that moment. That's where you are at that time. Forget about the rest. Forget about it. I know a lot of you, she does personal training. That's her thing. She has to be good at it. Some of you here probably have a car shop. Maybe you guys are the best fixing cars. Whatever you do, maybe you do little things for girls, and like you do amazing stuff. Lucine that sells more than you right now. Maybe in the future you have a huge store. Some of you here are an artist, painters. You paint art, maybe you sell your art for $30. But hey, here in a couple years, you'll be selling that for $1 million, even if it's just ketchup in the freaking thing. Yeah, that's art. Art, hey, that's a perfect analogy. Some people spend hours and months making a perfect thing. They cannot sell it more for $10. This guy, girl, $500,000. Why? She became that. People like something about her. It might be personality. 50% of the people in the Food Network don't know how to cook, guys. So what is it? There's something. They have shine. They have something going on that people just say something about a recipe. We'll write it for you. Here it is. But people like you. Entrepreneurs should get somewhere because people find something kind of interesting in you. It's very cool. So, hey, became here, blah, blah, blah. Milad says, hey, how about we open a Latin restaurant? You want to be the chef and one of the owners? I'm like, what? And this is me cooking for Jeremy at Uptown, and I get handed an ownership, hopefully, about a chef position for sure. Brand new restaurant in Wichita, Kansas, first time concept. I'm like, thank you, God. Walking through it, man. I had never run a restaurant by myself in the United States. First time. I was scared to death. They asked me, are you okay with doing that? Have you done it before? Psh, 20 times. I lied. Entrepreneurs, we got to lie once in a while. In a good way. Don't hurt anybody in the lie, but. And then Taste and See handed to me also. Right? Handed to me. Now we're 3 times in national network because they called us several times. Best chef of the Wichita. We're about to expand. We have 3 restaurants in less than 2 years. That's where I stopped speaking right now. So you want to follow who I am, really go to Facebook, look at my bio. Check out my pictures from who I was in Venezuela without a shirt, eating in a beach and having fun. And then all the progress in Facebook. It's insane. It's beautiful. It's very inspiring, guys. It's not because it's me. It's just I think God took me, and he says, you're going to help people. I mean, I'm going to help you, but you better help a bunch of people. So I think this tonight is my chance of a lot of people, of course, are going to see the pictures later, and there goes that bastard arrogant again. He's so cocky. No, I love the freaking camera. Sorry. When I see a camera, I go like this automatically. I don't know. That's why I can't help it. So me as a celebrity tonight, no, I'm grabbing you to take a picture. I'm like this. People will be like, no, they have to come to me and I'm the speaker tonight. No, why is that? I want to pick the people that I want to take pictures with. I love that. In Facebook, I'm going to post on that. I'm going to get a ton of likes. And that's just marketing for me if you want to see it that way. So, dude, just enjoy it. Don't take your position ever. People will like you if you're more fun. The more humble you are, what's the name of this artist that died? This actor from Fast and Furious. Dude, that guy had the greatest personality, most humble guy that I have seen acting. Why everybody likes him? Because of that. What's the name of the guy that does the stripper movie? Chatham something? Well, it's a weird name for me. I'm Venezuela. I know Jose and Pablo. But what is it about guy? They're so freaking humble. Have you noticed their faces? And when they go out in public, they're not arrogant, man. That's the people that I like the most from Hollywood because they're just standing there and then they keep being themselves. My point is, I'm not even halfway there, but I don't know why that analogy. Maybe I want to make a point here. But be yourself. Be humble. I'm probably out of time, so keep your passion. Keep your drive. If you don't have it, start making it up. Okay? Little spice called lye, not too much. You know, it's like salt. If you put too much, it's going to hurt you. It's like hot sauce. Do whatever it takes to get where you are without hurting others. And just keep that stuff going up, guys. How many of you here consider yourself for a reason or other, after I said all this, that you are an entrepreneur to this day? How many of you consider that? Please lift your hand. Okay, that's perfect. So there's a lot of you here that have a lot of room. The ones that raise your hand already are there, or think they are there, that's perfect. So there's a ton of room here for improvement. So take whatever you wanted for tonight. Use it. All this that I said is true story, by the way. It's not me being crazy and making up stories. I did this on purpose so you can see that. This is going to be stage, which is super nice and organized. Just bring it out there. Bring it out tomorrow. Bring out some life. Be happy. Give a smile to somebody. Do something good tomorrow for yourself. And you are an entrepreneur for the moment you get up right now, man. You heard it from me. You heard it from her. You have a bunch of people around here that already are. So before you leave, if that's something you want to do, start talking, do a little social after here, and get inspired. It's very hard to get inspired, but start talking to people that are from your own breed. Have you ever seen a lion hanging out with a zebra like this? What's up, buddy? No, they're eating the freaking zebra. We're not supposed to eat the zebra, but my point is, if you're a zebra, it's fine. If you like stripes, whatever. Hang out with the zebras. But hang out with your own. Hang out with people that is positive. If you're super negative, yeah, go out, hang out with the hyenas or whatever. But keep it positive, guys. If you are positive and you feel like you have something going on, hang out with people that are going to make you better. And I assure you, sooner or later, you'll get all these hints from life. People will start opening doors. God will start opening doors. And when you less realize it, you're going to be beyond where you want it to be. So that's all I have today. I love you all. Thanks for coming. Thanks for keeping up with all my craziness. And that's about it, man. There's a lot more, but as I said, I'm Latin. I'll keep going like for 2 hours. So thank you so much for that, first of all. Thanks for coming. I love you all. We have a interesting little block here, which is part of like getting inspired. It's called question and answer. I'm going to tell you right away a couple things. If you ask something crazy, I'm going to say hush it. Next question, okay? So, just kidding, whatever you want. Pitch it. I want you to lift your hand, please, if it's possible, so we can do it by parts and everybody takes a turn. Whatever pops in your mind, as messed up as it sounds, just please let it out. Because it might be interesting for somebody else. It might help somebody else. So, any questions, any feedback, anything that could be added, something, please. Bam. And for lifting your hand in first before everybody else, that takes a lot of boldness. I'm buying you lunch tomorrow at my restaurant for free, okay? So, taking a risk. She's like, 2 hands, baby.
I thought you said you had 3 restaurants, and you said the one was Latin, that's SABOR. I don't know what it is, because I'm not from Wichita.
You said SABOR? You have an accent, girl?
I'm from a little south. And then you said Taste and See.
SABOR was the restaurant that I opened when I got here. And then a lot of things happened. I quit it, got fired, craziness. And then I opened my own, Taste and See.
And so you have 2?
Taste and See, there's 3. There's this venue and one in McConnell Air Force Base. They came to us and said, we want you guys to open in the base. We're the first restaurant ever to be privately owned in an Air Force base in the United States. Like, really? Oh, yeah, here it is. There's $1 million in equipment. It just handed to you. You only have to pay rent tomorrow. Do you want to do that? Hold on, me thinking. Yes. So that's just happened to us 2 months ago. So we opened 2 restaurants within 3 months. Pretty common for businesses, right, to open. How many of you have opened, 2 businesses within 2 months? Yeah, sounds about right, right? So, next. Anybody? Don't be boring, lift your freaking hands.
How much are you involved in the financial decisions on these?
Same, how do you call that, partial? Everybody has the same amount. It's only 3 of us. I cannot name the people, but it's 3 owners, me being one, and we have same shares, same responsibility, pretty much. We have a very nice partnership, which is rare. And we all want to take that, I think so. I think finding the people, and I was given these people really, not only God giving me this opportunity, the partners that I found, they have, like me, their bads and their goods, but it's just a great team, and that's something you probably want to find. And we make the best out of it, so we try to all put as much as we can. And besides a business, I think it's almost like a style life. This is what sustains my living, their living. So we take it very seriously. We take it like, it's almost like a family business. And it feels so comfortable. This restaurant, for some reason, we have family working. I mean, I'm in my workout clothes, and I walk out behind there. I hug all my people in the staff. I hug my customers. I hang out with customers. It is something beyond what a restaurant normally is. I mean, when I walk in some restaurants, hopefully you get a hi by the owner, or hopefully he visits your table. No, we like drink, hang out, travel. A lot of people here that are customers are good friends right now. There's a bunch here right now. So I don't know what it is, but we take the restaurant business to the people through Facebook, and we become friends. And there's a lot of people here that can back that up. I mean, it's a bond. I don't know how to explain it. And we have an open kitchen. We thought we want people to see who's cooking your food, and I want to bring it to you. I want to talk to you. I want to see what you feel. You have to go to the restaurant to understand what I'm talking about. It's crazy. More of the good stuff. My business partner's mom, before we opened, she gave it the name even before they met me. So this concept was a cooking school it was a cafeteria for nurses, this restaurant. So it was built to be something else. And when I came, it became a restaurant sooner or later because we keep thinking, well, hey, you're kind of like getting there in Wichita and people knows you. Why don't we open this? And masses start coming. And the name, when I started wondering what it was, my business partner's mom come and, you better take care of this thing because God gave it to you. And I picked the name because God told me what to name it. It's a passage in the Bible. And I'm like, okay, I got it. And now I'm so into it, what it means. In the moment, I was like, yeah, sure, freaking fanatic, religious, whatever. But now that I'm really into that, I'm like, wow, this is beyond understanding. I mean, it's from the passage of the Bible. There's a lot of things that resemble why it should have that name. I'm not going to get into that specifically, but it's from that. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's a gift. It was handed. And the career shows that it was all more than me making it work or somebody. It was beyond our reach. So that's the name from the Bible. Taste and see the Lord is good. Something, something, something else. Well, now that we have this ones, I want to do Kansas City, Dallas, then New York and Vegas. I want to do only 5. I said I only wanted to do 1, then I said 3, then I said 2, now we have 3. I'm like, sure, that's growing perfectly. And we had got investors offering like millions of dollars for us to open restaurants. And we can't do it because we're not ready, but it's like, hey, here it is, $4 million. Can you hurry up? I couldn't get investors when I was going to the small business administration because I didn't have, you're like, no, you're Mexican, you don't have credit, you can't. And now I'm like, hey, Jason, would you want to open restaurants? I'm like, sure, $4 million, what should I do with this? So That's the next goal, and having my own show in Food Network. So any of you guys that like praying or believe in praying, if you could please tonight, before you go to bed, just try a little bit. Well, not them for me. Just let Jason have his own food show. I love camera. This is incredible. When you go to the Food Network, they pamper you so much. There's so much freaking food for you. I was sitting there waiting for the show to start, and hey, sir, Jason. And there's like a little name in my chair, and I'm like, I'm kind of enjoying this. What? There's treats, there's all this beverage and all this. I was like, wow. So I want my own cooking show, and they come to Wichita to film it. So if we make it to the Food Network, my own show, they will be here filming it. So we'll be in the spotlight, baby.
So you wanted to be on TV. Would you consider that part of your entrepreneur life way, like your drive, partially?
The TV? Stop with the tricky questions, sir. I'm just kidding. He's so foo-foo. The TV, that's where I have to say, guys, entrepreneurship, I don't know if it's only, that's my point. It's not only you. Oh, yeah, I got there. I'm self-made. I made it all the way up there. No, this keeps being, like, thrown to me. Even before I knew I was good for TV. Denise Neal quoted in a newspaper 2 years ago, 2 years before my first show, this guy is made for television. He will have his own show. I was being told by people and customers that you're going to have your own cooking show someday. You're going to be in Food Network someday. This was told to me 3 or 4 years ago before I was on TV. So entrepreneurship, sure. Given and gift to you and blessed, sure. So I would say 50-50, bro.
Do you have a favorite food or a favorite dish to make?
Nutella. Sorry for being a smartass. Paella, Spanish, paella. Sushi, raw fish, pasta, pasticcio, cereal with chocolate. I love food. Everything. If you come to the restaurant, I will tell you what to pick in the restaurant. Everything is beautiful. Everything. I put everything in that menu because I like it personally. So, everything. Is that a good answer, everything? Nutella. If you need one, it's Nutella. I've never made Nutella. I don't want to play to be God. That stuff was made by God. I don't want to. Jason, you can make your own Nutella from scratch and organic. Shut up. I'll eat it from the store. Shh. Anyways. Next. To the food? Oh, the judges eat most of it. Yeah. And the one that doesn't taste very good, they go like this. Mine didn't go like that, but you guys gotta come to the restaurant to the watch party. I will be posting the event May 4th. It's a Sunday. That's the day that the show will be airing. Cutthroat Kitchen, by the way. Next. I got like 3 minutes.
I only want to tell you that I did get my son Nutella for Christmas.
If you don't get me one, I'm gonna kill you. Anybody? Anybody that didn't ask already?
I just wondering, like on the McConnell, when they said, would you come put a restaurant out here? Did you say, well, let me go put a business plan together and assess and evaluate that, and I'll get back to you?
I don't remember saying all that, but my being with my business partners and me, we have to think about it for half a day at the max. We just wanted to make sure that everything else was going to be supported. Meanwhile, we went to do that. I don't think it was a no. I think it was like, hold on, we're here with all this that just happened. Yeah, let me just add this to my load. So it's almost like too much of the good stuff. I don't know, but it was a blessing, man. We're there. Anybody else?
What made you come back to Wichita?
Well, I was born here, so being in Venezuela, being in a big city, everybody wants to get out of here and be in a big city. I did the opposite, and I didn't get half of the fame that I have here being in a big city. So stop rushing it. I mean, chill out. Wichita's amazing. Traffic jam, 20 cars. I go to work. It took me 30 minutes from east to west. Good luck in Venezuela like that. We're in a big city. So I came back to check it out, and I end up staying. And all this started happening. And now I love Wichita. I want to create a life here, maybe have babies sometime, get married, all that good stuff. It will happen at its time. I do have a husky. It's like 3 babies. But Wichita sounds like a great place to do it. Low crime, not too much gangs or drugs, stuff, fairly safe. So it's It's a great place. But I just came here because I'm like, so where the heck I was born? Oh, in the middle of nowhere. Okay. I will go there. I live by the beach, but I guess I'll get some of that Santa Fe lake on me, all that sand. All right, last 2 questions. 2 more.
Collaboration is the word that gets thrown around a lot. What kinds of collaborations do you look for?
Collaborations to me or me for people? Towards my business? Okay, rephrase that. Collaborations towards me?
And with your business, in terms of being like mutually beneficial partnerships,
Yes.
collaborations, I know probably a lot of people are seeing that you're very popular and the restaurants are doing very well and want to kind of join forces. What kinds of partnerships and collaborations do you look for?
Let me rephrase that for the common Joe. Social media and social network, guys. AKA Facebook, Instagram, other businesses. This stuff is the ultimate marketing tool. Some people call it guerrilla marketing. Some people call it social media, collaboration. There's not enough. That's like learning. There's not enough help from other people that you can be like, oh, I got enough. I'm exposed enough. No. Any little bit or any big chunk that is given to you or like switch with somebody is just exposure. It's just shares. So take it. To anything that comes from out of your business, take it. Unless it's only called donations. Then you have to be careful because you will hurt yourself. You go out of business and then you cannot donate anymore and nobody's going to donate to you back. So, meanwhile, it's a fair share. For example, this event tonight, it's both sides and it's incredible. I mean, I'm getting a lot from you guys and I'm hope to gain a lot to you guys. It's just this simple action that we're doing right now. So, last one.
Jason, how much paid advertising have you gotten for tasting?
Tricky question. Very little. Very little to none. Low, very low. We started with a massive amount of marketing because we thought it was the way to go. It didn't work, and then we stopped doing it. And this is not to sound cocky, but our ways, our exposure, our Facebook, who we are, the charisma, trying to put who we are before even the restaurant has drawn everybody to the restaurant and to be talking about it and to be, you know, people walks in, they want to take pictures, they want to like come back there, say hi, and I don't know. It's beyond understanding. So it's putting a little bit of you in your business, by the way. If you have a business that is successful, bring something that you are to it. Don't be that owner that just is running a business. Because you got those 2 cons. You guys, they put it hard in it. They see it as a living, as their self. And then you have the other part sometimes that is just, you know, it's numbers and money. So have a little bit of both if you're one of them. If you're passionate, put some of the money intellectual in it because you got to run a business as a businessman, for sure. Because all passion is not going to take you anywhere. So if the money's not there sometimes, I got to be honest. But a half and half. So marketing, as I said, very low. Uno más.
When you are hiring people and you're the boss now, what's the number one thing you look for?
Personality.
Personality?
Oh, I went to school there. I went to this. I got a mayor in this. And I'm like, can you just do this? I'm pretty rude when it comes to interviews when they want to show that. And I do it on purpose. I want to see how they react to bad situations. Then I give them a compliment. I want to see if they're confident enough. Treat them a little bad on purpose. So it's that crazy interview that it's not following protocol at all. Yeah, I couldn't be a human resource in charge. Yeah, I'll get fired really fast. I'm like, what did you say to that person? They're going to sue us for $1 million. Shut it. But, yeah, big companies would not like or approve my ways. But, hey, have you seen Gordon Ramsay on TV? Have you seen John Todd from Bar Rescue? It is either you go very formal or very informal. I like to play the unorthodox way with a little formal. I like the middle. You got to have both. You got to have that flair. Having that flair is hot sauce with your food. If you put too much, it's nasty. It burns. It's like salt. Have your own thing going on as an entrepreneur. Don't forget to put your own spice, your own hot sauce, your own whatever you call it, flair, your accent. That works very well. So don't forget to put your own personal touch. With that said, I'm going to be outside. There's more questions to be asked if you need. There's one of the guys here that went to the restaurant that wants to talk after that. Just let me know later. I'll be around. Once again, love you all. Thanks for hearing me, and thanks for coming by.